Hey guys, Mission Breaks 20. I thought I'd do an update on my Nano Cube today. A little more interesting than just 75-gallon updates. Nothing really, no new livestock or anything. Well, maybe a little bit. I have my Tang still in here, he's chilling out. I'll get to him later. I want to discuss Tangs and tiny tanks. The first creature, the newest creature in this, well, not in this tank, the newest creature. He is very reef safe and he loves to swim around, don't you? Yeah. Anyways. So, I have everything from the last update, basically. I bet you this has grown. The Kenya tree is gone completely crazy. It's still a little closed up because I was like messing with it. I pulled out a ton of, here they are down here. There's pieces of Kenya tree I pulled off the rocks, like little pieces. He just loves to be the center of attention. There's a 6-line. 2 clownfish. Still have all the fish. I wish I still had my flame angel, but he died. I think I mentioned that like quite a few updates ago. Still got the skunk cleaner shrimp. Got my pistol and goby. They're not out because I was messing with the sand bed. And the bicolor bunny, I just saw him. But he's back in a hole back there. There he is. There's Benny. Still pretty awesome. The goby, not out. But anyways, so the newest things I have are frags. Got this Kenya tree frag, green star polyp frag, another green star polyp frag. That's why it's not open. I fragged it. It actually has been flourishing, like really long tentacles. They'll be like doing this kind of a thing in the wind. The anemone scrunched over because I was messing with him too. I don't like him right there. I wish he would let go. Just trying to get him to let go, but he won't. Coke's in his foot. There's a piece of Kenya tree laying right there. But other than the frags, those are the new things, which practically aren't even new. My nuclear green Nephthia has grown a lot, and its polyps are always out. All the xenia, excuse me, sir. All the xenia is still covering the rock and everything. Told you, he just loves to be the center of attention. Wherever this thing goes, he will follow it. The Manipura, if anyone could tell me maybe why it's kind of bleached out a little bit. Its color, yes, we see you. Its color is not like there all the way. It's kind of green in some places, but and then it's bleached out around the edges. And then my toadstool leather is kind of closed on the side because the shrimp was standing on it. But that's still there. The hammer coral is splitting. It's going to have 2 heads now. You're not going to be able to tell, but it's clearly splitting into 2 heads. So it's got a new head. Yes, we see you. And my acan. Still doing good. Its heads are getting bigger. I feed it mysis sometimes. And then I guess we'll look at the Kenya tree. There's like 4 Kenya trees. $5 frag. It was seriously only when I bought it, it was only this big right here. It was all, thing grows fast. So I don't know what I'm going to do with these frags. I might just put them in my big tank downstairs. Maybe these 2. I don't want this guy. I just don't want to deal with having to cut him back all the time. And clownfish are not liking the shrimp being up in their territory. That's like their spot. They always go back there. So, let's talk about the Tang. I got this Tang, and I said he was only going to be in here for like a month or 2. He's been in here since the end of the school year. He was in there like a month before school got out. And he's still in here, so it's like 4 or 5 months. I always heard, you know, Tang police always going crazy on people have little Tangs in their tank. He's not even that little of a Tang. He's pretty big. But I feel now that's more for blue Tangs and like other kinds of Tangs. I feel like personality of yellow Tangs are pretty good for a nano aquarium because he hasn't had ick in my tank. He just never has. And I mean, I just don't see why people can't keep this size of a Tang in their tank, because mine, he just chills out, he eats stuff, he is a great eater, he just crapped a huge piece of crap. When I first put him in here, there was no stress whatsoever. I did not record when I first put him in, but I put him in, he dropped out of the bag, he sat right here and just his fins just puffed up and he just kind of sit there like looking around, like where am I? And then like the flame angel that I had happened to be behind the rocks swimming around, and all the fish, when I put that yellow Tang in and he went like this, all of them just scattered and they were gone, they were hiding. But the flame angel didn't know he was in there, and when the flame angel came out of like a rock, like right here, and he started swimming, he saw that yellow Tang and like was like, my territory, and like tried to attack him, and the yellow Tang's fins just went funk and puffed up, and that fish was gone, and they all hid for about an hour away from this guy. He kind of just cruised around the front like, okay. And then the flame angel and him became best friends, and they would swim wherever they went together. And sadly the flame angel died, but he still chills out. He doesn't show aggression, but he loves to like joke with the goby and like scare him. He doesn't like hurt him or anything. The goby still comes out all the time, but every once in a while when the Tang will like pick at algae around the hole where the goby is, and the goby will freak out and go inside, but he's not hurting him. But the Tang is not showing any signs of stress or anything. I feed him this stuff. Green marine algae with natural garlic extract. I put it on his clip up there. Here's a little piece of it. See, he'll come up here and he'll get it. He lets me pet him. I pet him all the time while he's eating his algae. Just stroke his sides. Not like all the time, but every once in a while I'll pet him. He doesn't care. I'm sure when I put him in the big tank downstairs, he's not going to be the first fish in there because I've had him too long. I've got attached to him, so I don't want him to be like the first fish in there and then die. So I'm going to have like maybe 2 or 3 fish in there before I put him in there. I'm sure he will go, oh, the clownfish stole the algae away from him. That's weird. The clownfish is not going to eat the algae. Here, I'll feed my tank while I talk. I'm feeding him this. Every single fish eats it. The wrasse stole the algae. The wrasse eats seaweed too. I don't know why. I've never heard of the 6-line wrasse eating seaweed, but he eats it off the clip. So as I was saying, I don't think I'm going to put him as the first fish in the tank, because I don't want him to die. I like my yellow Tang. So, but I do know he will probably be going crazy when I put him in there, because it's going to be a lot more room than he's used to. But I don't feel like Tangs in a tiny tank are a bad thing, because he has plenty of room to swim. I know Tangs like to swim a lot around the reef, and he can go in a complete circle, so there's no stopping him. He can go wherever he wants. So I don't feel like it is a problem all the time to keep Tangs in tiny tanks. I would say a yellow tang would be fine, but I've heard blue tangs are a lot more like stressed out, or like they're just their personality. So I would say a tang in a 28-gallon nanocube would be fine. That's just my opinion on tiny tangs. If you want to tell me what yours is, tiny tangs in nanocubes, then leave a comment down below. I want to hear it. I don't feel like, I feel like a lot of people use, I'll just sell them back to the store, or put them in my bigger tank when I get my bigger tank as an excuse to get tiny tangs in their nanocubes. But I mean, if you actually have a bigger tank that's set up, kind of like I do, I mean, mine's getting set up, it'll be there and like before the time he's full grown, so then I don't really feel it's much of a problem, because they're tiny. The world's still bigger. The tank's bigger to them when they're tiny. There was the goby. He scared him, see? And there was the pistol shrimp snap. So leave a comment on your opinion of tiny tangs and tanks, and what you think the minimum size tank a tang should be in when it's full grown. I will want to hear it. So, thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe. See ya.